Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Medine again. It's time for another read aloud and another fun craft with me. Today we're going to be making these really cute dog bookmarks that kind of just go on the edge of the page of whatever you're reading. So it is joined with a funny tale called Dog Breath, The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis. There once was a dog named Hallie, who lived with the Tosis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Halitosis had horrible breath. Whenever Halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. Uh-oh. Leaves are falling off. Fish passed out. When the children took Halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided halitosis. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea. And Hallie jumped up to say hello. Ah. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. Oh, she looked sad. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Halitosis to the top of a mountain that had a breathtaking view. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away, but it didn't. Next, the children took Halitosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. But it didn't. Finally, the children took Halitosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. Uh-oh, she made everyone pass out behind her. But that idea stunk too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now only a miracle could save Halitosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms, when suddenly they came upon Halitosis. "Yikes!" whispered one burglar. "It's a big, mean, scary dog." "Oh, don't be silly," whispered the other burglar. "That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy." I wonder what she's going to do. The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. "That dog couldn't hurt a fly," whispered one burglar. "Come here, Poochie Poochie," whispered the other. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. Slurp. The next morning, the Tosis family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. It was a miracle. The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Halitosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. Sign says, "This home protected by dog breath." Because life without Hallie Tosis just wouldn't make any sense. Isn't that a great story? I'm a huge dog lover. So we are going, like I said, to make these really cute little bookmarks that go on the edge of your page. This one I used white and brown paper, but the one I'm going to show you today, all you need is just white paper and a couple markers. Okay? So what you need is a piece of computer paper that's been cut in half. You need a brown marker, black marker, and a pink marker. And then you will also need scissors to use to cut. So with your half-cut sheet of paper, you're going to take one of the corners and you're going to match it up with the other edge. So it looks kind of like this. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut this bottom part off. So now you have a folded up triangle. Next step is you're going to take this corner and line it up with the point up top and fold it. And then you're going to do the same with the other side. Line it up with the point up top. My paper's a little heavier, so it's a little harder to fold. So now you have a diamond looking shape. Now you're going to open this part back up. And you're going to take the front flap, and you're going to line it up with the bottom of the page. So it's going to look like that. Okay? Now, you're going to take these flaps, fold them back in, but you're going to fold the top part of them into this little behind area. Okay, I'm going to take the other one, fold that down, and so you're almost making a little pocket. Okay, so it'll look like that. Now you have your base made. So now what I'm going to do is down here at the point, I'm going to very carefully kind of curve it down at the bottom to kind of make it look like the dog's mouth. And it doesn't have to be perfect. So it's going to look kind of like that. Okay. Then on a separate sheet of white paper, all I did was I took a little piece of paper and I colored it pink. Once you have it colored pink, you're going to cut it out to make your tongue. And then the one side you can leave flat, but the other side you have to curve it because the tip of our tongue is a little bit curved. So it's going to look a little bit like that. Okay? Then you can take that and you will glue it underneath your pocket. So the pocket is the front. And so you're going to glue it behind just like that. So I'm going to do that quick. So it's going to look like that. Now, on my original, all these brown pieces of paper I cut out, but instead we're going to use, because some people don't have brown paper, so instead we're just going to use white paper and just color it brown. Okay? So on your white paper, you can fold like that. And then you're going to cut out kind of like a teardrop shape. To make its ears. And you might have to kind of file them down a little bit to make them, or cut them down. So that's kind of what mine look like. And now I'm going to go back through and color them quick. So there's one. And then there's the other. And then you will glue them kind of right on the top of your fold so the ears are sticking out a little bit. Okay, so there's what we got so far. Now, instead of cutting out all these spots and stuff, you're just going to draw in your spots with your brown marker, okay? And then your nose and your eyes, you're going to do with your black marker. The only other thing that you'll have to cut out is its tail. And just take your brown marker and kind of do the same thing as your tongue. Just draw or color a little spot like that, and then you can go ahead and cut out your pointed little tail. Almost like a little triangle. Okay, and then you'll take your little tail and you'll glue it to the bottom. Oops, sorry. Glue it right here to the bottom. Okay, and then you can go ahead and draw a little spot around his eye and color it in. I'll show you in a second. Some spots on its body. So there's its spots. Now, all you need to do is take your black pen and we're going to color in the eyes. So there's my eyes. And your nose. So the nose is just going to be almost like a little triangle without the tip on it. Okay? So you're going to have a long flat part on top. And then kind of a curved triangle bottom without the tip on the bottom. And you just color that in. Like that, sorry. And then, once it is all done drying, you can take it, and if you're sitting down reading your book and you realize, oh, I think I'm done for tonight, all you have to do, just put your bookmark like that, close your book. So, I hope you enjoyed this craft. Like I said, you can use just white paper with markers, or you could do like my first one and actually cut out with brown paper. Totally up to you. But I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed my story. Miss you guys. Bye.